Hello, how you doing? How's the going? It's been a while since I did one of these, and yeah, it's my fault. I'm a very lazy person, as you as you probably know by now. I hope you're good, and I'm just living life, um, going through the whole thing, going through the motions of life, and I don't know, it's just full of surprises sometimes. Just full of surprises. It's good and bad surprises. This is life. Um, well, lately I've been having a lot of bad surprises. So yeah, that's it's not a good place to be. It's just life. I hope the good ones start coming soon. It's been a while, if I'm honest. Yeah. Bad surprises. Things just come up, and you did not see that coming, and you don't know how to. Sometimes you don't know how to deal with them when you didn't see them coming. Life just throws things at you that you're not really sure how to respond and all that. So yeah, the world is such a crazy place. It's so crazy, like just how the world works, and how like complex everything is. it's it's so ridiculous how how the world works, like just how much stuff happens in one day. Have you ever just gone out and just looked at a street and just looked at like how much goes on? Sorry for the noise. I think there's some construction going on outside, but yeah, it kind of like humbles you, because you kind of like start getting, you kind of realize that you're not very important in the whole thing. You're not very special or important. You just sometimes, not sometimes, you really are just a cog in the machine of humanity and civilization. I don't, well, I'm speaking for myself at least, Let's say you're the president. Okay, of course you're not the president. The president would not listen to such a the president would not listen to this. But yeah, let's say you're the what I'm trying to say is, I every day I go outside, I am reminded of my utter insignificance, and it's nice to just see life. You know what? Man, one thing I wish I could do, I wish I could just like, sometimes I wish I could have the ability to just unplug from from civilization, to just take a break sometimes, because you kind of can't. You can't. You're kind of stuck here with everyone else. Sometimes you want a little break to just sit back and take it all in, because we never really get the chance to like, most people don't get the chance to like, to really just enjoy the journey of life, to just smell the roses. No one. We're all just chasing paper, man, and I'm just. It's so tiring. I don't have any. I don't have any money, but how funny! How funny! I don't have any money, and I'm tired of looking for it. You'd think that I'd be tired after getting it, but yeah, it's insane, right? Like, I wish there was. I wish it could be possible to just like unplug from civilization, even if it's for like a week or a month. Because realistically, the only way you could do that if you have like a lot of money. So, and most people can't. So, like most people are like stuck in this, vicious cycle of paying bills and just buying stuff that you don't need, and all that. And you have to be, you have to have some cash to just like be able to unplug from civilization, to just go away for like just go away, because you know humans are nice, but sometimes being with them can be like you get like, well, at least I get this thing. It's like social fatigue. I don't wanna, sometimes I just don't want to deal with anyone. I just don't want to talk to anyone. It's not like I hate people. Sometimes I just don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to. I just don't want to deal with humans. I want to deal with animals because they don't talk as much. Because humans talk too much, and yeah, they talk too much. Not mentioning any names. Um, but yeah, man, how sweet would that be to just like unplug from civilization, to just go away? Because if you don't have any money and you unplug from civilization, well, you're screwed. Because now, how are you gonna come back? I mean, you have bills to pay and all that. You have a house to pay for and all that stuff. But now, if you just leave, who's gonna pay the rent? You're gonna end up homeless, and you don't wanna. You don't wanna be homeless. So that's how most people survive. But yeah, it would be so nice to just unplug from the world, because the world is so crazy. There's just so much going on. There's so much going on. It's ridiculous. I don't understand. I don't understand how everyone is coping. Like I just go out when you just go outside, you just see people walking around and smiling as if everything is okay. I'm like, what's wrong with you people? What's wrong with you? Like nothing. Is everything okay? No, we're not okay. There's just so much going on. Like, also the maybe there's also people going through some good times right now. So yeah. But there's just so much going on, and man, like the level of, not to be like a preachy guy or anything like that, but like the level of suffering, the level of suffering in this world, it is so unimaginable. Like, wow. Like I was taking a train, I think it was like one day ago. I was taking a train, and the train was to Mombasa. You take the commuter rail, and then you have to catch the biggest jar. So on the commuter rail, the train passes through these. I think I know what poverty is, but then no. Sometimes you think you know what poverty is, but then that whole thing, my whole notion of poverty was changed when I saw this place that the train was passing through. It's this incredibly like shanty slum. It's called Mukuru, but it's bad. It's really bad. And I think that I have it. Do you know how crazy that is? Like I think that I have, like, my life is hard, and when I look at some people, I just can't imagine. I don't know where they get the energy to just live. Because their life situation is so much worse than mine. Like, if I was put in their shoes, I could never. I'm gonna be honest. I'd probably kill myself, because it's insane. But then I have like this respect. You kind of you kind of have to, when you see people who are going through like such difficult, like people who are living like insanely difficult lives, when you see them, you kind of have to respect them. Like, there's a respect I have for those people, for just being able to live, for just being able to have hope that things are gonna be okay. And I know I'm not like religious or anything like that, but when you look at such people, the whole religion thing kind of starts to make sense, because surely where you, like, it just makes sense. Like, it's hope. It's hope that there's someone up in the sky looking down at them, and hopefully things are gonna get better. Because if there's no religion, then what are they gonna turn to? What do they have left? There's nothing. I think maybe atheism is a luxury, you know? The fact that you can just sit around and start thinking, and then you go, hey, I don't think there's a God. Yeah, your life must be very good and comfortable. But when you don't have shit, when you when you step outside, you're probably gonna get robbed. You know, when you live in a place where you step outside and you're probably gonna get shot or stabbed, and the whole, if you live in such a place, then you have to believe in God. It's the only way you can survive. It's the only way you can live, because it doesn't make sense. Like, the level of hopelessness in some places where people live, it's unbearable. So it makes sense. It makes total sense why, you know, people who are, you know, struck in poverty are religious. Then why am I not religious? Anyway, it makes sense though. So yeah, wow. I guess sometimes you just need, like, perspective in life. Sometimes you just need. Sometimes have you ever been living your life, and then you're living your life normally, you're happy, and then something happens, something so profound, something that just changes your whole worldview. You know, it just jolts you into this, like, other dimension of where now you look at life in some other way. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think seeing those things, seeing the true extent of, like, suffering in this world, that's one of the things. You know, you just in a way, you just appreciate your small, you know, the small wins in life that you have. You have to, because it's ridiculous, the things people are going through, man. I mean, it's not even like only poor people are suffering. I mean, I've seen rich bastards with, like, miserable lives. So, I mean, money doesn't really take away. I mean, okay. I know people like, oh, money doesn't take away the problem. Money is nice. Of course it's nice. You can buy shit. You can buy cars and a nice house and all that. But have you ever, let me ask you this. Have you ever wanted something in your life? I'm not saying money is bad. Let me just ask you something. Jeez. Have you ever wanted something in your life so bad? Like, let's say you wanted an iPhone, yeah? Or just something, some jacket or something. And then you wanted it so bad, and then you saved up all your money. You put in a lot of effort to finally get this thing. And then you finally get it. And then, you know, at first it's like, yeah, it's nice, and yeah, it's nice. You're excited. You don't want to ruin the thing. You take care of it properly. But after some time, you really do get used to it. It's just normal. Oh yeah, I usually have. Maybe you wanted an iPhone so much, and now you have one. It just becomes normal after a few months. Oh yeah, I have an iPhone. You even forget that you have an iPhone. And you see other people who really want iPhones, so you don't. You deep down, you don't see what all the fuss is about, because you have the iPhone now, and it's just like, yeah, it's an iPhone. It's just it's nothing. It's just a phone. It's just a fucking phone, guys. Relax, yeah. So I'm not like wealthy. I've never been wealthy, never been rich, but I would imagine it would be a safe bet to assume that's what it's like to be rich. Like, you just get used to it, huh? Because I've wanted so many things in my life, and I've finally gotten them. And getting them just made me feel empty. This deep, it just revealed the emptiness within. Because then I go like, I wanted that thing so badly. I've dedicated a lot of time in my life to get it, and now I get it. And then after getting, I'm like, now what? So now what? Is this it? Is this? ah, yeah. So now what? I mean, now what do we do now? I mean, now I have the mansion. What do I do? Do I just sleep around the house all day? No. You have to pay. You have to pay someone to clean it, someone to maintain it. I mean, yeah. So there's both sides to the coin. But hey, yeah, a lot of suffering is caused by lack of money. So, but there's also like lots of other stuff. Yeah, man, I've been going through it. I've been feeling a little shitty. I've been feeling a little horrible. Had a bad show. Still trying to recover. It's 2 years later. No, I had a bad show. Yeah, recently. I don't know how to recover, but yeah. I guess you don't give up, because I don't know. Sometimes you just have a bad show, and you and you don't know what happened, but you just have a bad show. It's just things didn't happen. I mean, it's obviously my fault, but also it's just one of those. Sometimes you have one of those days where you're feeling a little off. Yeah, you just start feeling guilty for letting the team down and all that and shit. But yeah, man. I wish I could just unplug from the system, just get away for a while. It's always nice to. That's why people go for vacations, just get away from their wives. Yeah, man. It's like let me give you an example. It's like how I think about like suicide. It's a way to I think suicide for some people is a way to unplug. Yeah, it's just a way for people to just leave, to just peace out. Because suicide is like the back door. You like when you. It's nice because here's why suicide is nice. It's because it's not nice. I'm not telling you to do it, but I'm saying to some people it's like a back door. Like they will never commit suicide, but like they know that when things go really, 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 really bad, there's a way out. There's a way out, and that's a nice thing. Like no matter how bad things get, you can always just you can always just leave. It's like dropping out of school when you start failing, right? You can always just drop out. You could just flip the table, flip your desk, and say fuck you to your professor and just leave. That they wouldn't do anything to you. I mean, it'd be your loss because you're losing on your school fees. But you could do that. You could just leave. And that's the thing with like suicide. People look at it like that. Like I can just leave. I don't have to deal with anyone's bullshit. I can just leave. I can just buy a rope in a shop. Just come and hang myself. Yeah, we don't have guns here, but it would be so. Yo, I think it would be so easy to kill yourself if you had a gun. Oh, yeah. Can you imagine if people had guns in this country? The suicides would go up so much. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I have a gun, if guns were legal in Kenya, if you could just go to a store and buy a gun, I'd really think I don't think I'd have a gun because I'd be too tempted to kill myself sometimes. You know what I mean? You just you stub your toe one day in your house and then you rush to your drawer and open it and take out the gun. Yeah, you just stubbed your toe. You accidentally. What else? Oh yeah, there's a power blackout and you wanted to watch some Netflix. What do? You go to your drawer and pick your gun. You kill yourself. Because, to be honest, it's the small things sometimes that would make someone want to kill themselves. It's just the small things, never the big things. Do you think anyone would ever kill themselves because of like climate change? No, no, just the small things. No, no, so. But yeah, it's nice to know that you can leave. It's just nice to know that there's a back door where when everything goes bad, you can just fuck off. You can leave, and I guess that's nice. Yeah, I know. You guys wanted me to be funny today, but I'm not. I'm not funny. I'm just talking about death and suffering and the basics of life. Why weren't we taught these things when we were growing up? Like, oh, yeah. You never taught like how much suffering is in the world. We just ignore it, and then one day it just shocks you. It just shocks you. You know, just how much people are suffering. You know, I didn't know this when I was growing up, but we were poor. Like I didn't know we were poor, and it really is a perspective thing. So I started seeing other kids with parents who had money in school when I started going to school. Um, there were kids with like way more money than we did, and that's when it started to like hit me that, oh my god, there's actually people with like big houses, because we used to live in not a very it's not a very nice area, but that's where I grew up, and we weren't rich, and my parents were struggling and all that. But then you go to school, when you start going to school at like 5 years old, when you're like 5, you see these other kids, they're like really the parents come pick them up in like nice cars, and we didn't even have a car back then. So it's so strange. You're like, wow, that they have a car and we don't. What's wrong with my dad? Because now it starts becoming. You start seeing it as a problem with dad. Like, what, dad? Why don't you want to buy a car? And you at that when you're like 5 years old, you don't understand I couldn't understand the concept of like he can't afford it, because I just go, dad, just go withdraw money. I just tell him to go withdraw money from the ATM, because I thought ATMs were just endless money. You just go press it. How nice would that be? Like, you just go press this machine that gives you free money. That's what I thought. I thought it's just free money. And, you know, when I go with my dad to the ATM, I just see him pressing a bunch of numbers and then money would come out. I thought he was maybe that was his pin, but I thought you just enter an amount and money comes out. And I was like, how convenient. How nice is life? You just go to a machine and ask it for money and it gives you money. Wow. That's brilliant. Yeah. I grew up and I realized that that's not true. It's not free money. Yeah, but yeah, I guess there's a certain age where you just start to see the just how unfair life is sometimes, you know, because it's just unfair. It was never fair. You see these stories so many times. Like, you see people who are like clearly assholes. Clearly, like, there's nothing nice to be said about this person, and you see them like prospering and everything in life, and then on the other hand, you see really nice people, like genuinely nice people, and their life situation is so horrible. So you're like, okay, who is responsible for how the world works? Because if there's a guy responsible, he must be a horrible guy. Like, I see so many nice people suffering, and you see so many bad people like prospering in life, and you just go, wait a minute, that's not right. But then the only explanation I have personally is that there's no there's no one really governing like how the world works. There's no one in charge. I don't think there's anyone in charge, because if there was anyone in charge, there'd clearly be some order in how things work, right? But I don't think there's order. It's just like we humans, we've created the order, we've created society. But outside of that, I don't think there's any order to how things work. Things are just random and coincidental. I really don't think there's any order to how the universe works, because if there was any, then they'd be like these nice people. I mean, clearly nice people would be successful and prospering, and then bad people would be, yeah. And then it's hard to know if someone is nice. It's hard to know, because someone might be very good looking and and maybe they're a really horrible person, and you never know. Anyway, what am I talking about here? I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't even know if I don't even know if what I'm doing with my life is right, because there's so much like. But I guess that's what makes life fun, the uncertainty, like just genuinely not knowing what is gonna happen tomorrow. I really don't know. I don't even know what's gonna happen in the next 5 minutes. I might go outside and get hit by a truck and die. And isn't that fun to just know that, like, you might, anything might happen? Well, just, it's so uncertain, and what we all secretly hope for is that things go well. And yeah, man, I think I chose a particularly tricky career, like stand-up comedy, because it's really uncertain. I don't know. I don't, like, sometimes I even I don't think I'm very funny, because the funniest people I know personally are not comedians. They're just my friends. They're just people I hang out with. They're way funnier than I am. I think I just have the. I'm not even that confident, but I just go and try telling jokes on stage. But the funniest people I know are not comedians, and I just sometimes I keep asking myself questions like, should I really continue doing comedy, and should I just give up and look for a normal job? Because it's you have this thing, like, there's lots of self-doubts and all that, but I guess we keep doing it for the love. I like it when it's going well, but when it's not going well, I look for a back door, look for an escape. But yeah, man, the uncertainty of life, and just not knowing where things are going, just living life on autopilot, just coasting through life. You know, I've met people with, like, really interesting life philosophies, you know. There's, like, really disciplined people. I wish I was disciplined. I know you can't wish you were disciplined. You have to act on it. But it's very admirable to see such people. There's people who are very disciplined, even in the most, like, mundane tasks. They'll show up every day and do it. And one of my biggest weaknesses is I just lose that fire in me. I don't know why. I just lose it. Sometimes I wake. Some days I wake up. Some days I wake up. I am on top of the world. I'm gonna do like 10 things. In the first 1 hour I'm awake. I'm gonna do so much. I'm gonna, you know, those days where you're just feeling like, yeah, I'm on top of the world. And then there are days when I wake up and I simply don't want to be alive. I just don't feel like being alive. Is there a word for that feeling? I just, like, you wake up and you're like, fuck, I'm still alive. It's like that. It's like that GTA meme. Shit, here we go again. You know that meme, CJ. Yeah. So my question is, for those days when you wake up and you don't feel like living, those days when you wake up and you don't feel like doing anything, those days when you wake up and you really don't feel like existing, what do you do then? Because that feeling is so strong in me sometimes, like the feeling of just, have you ever just woken up and just been slapped in the face by this overwhelming feeling of just hopelessness? uh, and the day before you were just fine. The day before you were just fine. But then you wake up this one day. You wake up and the feeling, the utter hopelessness and sadness of life just hits you. And you just start going, your mind just starts going to these dark places of like, what am I doing with my life? You know those questions that you get at like 3 a.m. in the morning? Like, what am I doing with my life? Shit. Have I ruined it? Do I smoke too much weed? Do I drink too much? Should I stop? Am I an alcoholic? Am I a drug addict? Am I addicted to porn? And addiction is weird because addiction, you know deep down that you're addicted to something, but you don't wanna like, you can't like admit it to yourself. So you just go, this is how addiction. I think this is how addiction works because you just go, hey, it's been a while since I've had like a bottle of whiskey, and then it's been like an hour, and then you tell yourself, hey, it's been a while, and then you just come up with silly excuses. Listen, I know there's the examples aren't funny. Give me a break. Yeah, I'm just I'm just here talking. I don't know what I'm talking. I just have things to say, and this is getting. No one will ever listen to this. um, but have you ever realized how talking is like therapy? It is. It's like therapy. You just talk, and even now I'm talking to myself, and it's because these are things that I feel now. It feels like therapy. It's like I'm revealing things to myself that I didn't know when I just talk to myself. It's interesting. But when I do it in public, everyone thinks I'm crazy, you know? But now I'm doing it. I'm talking to a phone. Now I'm not crazy. Yeah. When you do a podcast now, you're not crazy. But yeah, talking is so therapeutic. You ever been in a bad mood and your friend just calls you, a friend, and you just start talking. And when you talk and you talk and you crack a joke, and all of a sudden you're in a good mood and life, and you feel hopeful again. And I guess here's what I think. I think ultimately in life, what all that matters is like people. I think people matter. Like the people in your life. I think all this other bullshit is not important. I think the people in your life, maybe like your best friends or your family, just the people you care about. That's what really matters. That's what's really important in life, I think. And yeah, I feel bad sometimes. I don't call my dad. Like, we can even go for like a month without talking, and I feel bad. And maybe I should do that. I should just. Sorry for the noise. Oh my god. I hope they're not so noisy. I hope they're not too noisy. But I'm saying, yeah, people in your life, those are the important people, and sometimes we forget in life. Sometimes we forget. Sometimes we kind of forget what's important. We just focus on things that don't matter, I guess. Well, to me at least, people are important. Oh my god, I wish this guy would shut up. Shut up. I don't know if you guys can hear him. But yeah, man. People are where it's at. Although Ah, come on, shut up. Jesus. Although sometimes I don't like people. You sometimes you want to be away from them, but there's those people in your life who matter, and I guess that's where it's at. Sorry for going all. Oh my God! Shut up, God, God, shut up. There's a construction job going outside, and I'm sitting right at the window, so that's why it's so noisy. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I was saying people are important, people in your life. And yeah, I don't want to get all too preachy and motivation-y on you, but yeah, those that's what's important. And what else do I feel like saying? What else do I feel like saying? Yeah, just take care of your body as well. It's the only one you ever have. Damn. I've been I've been thinking of running every day, but I'm so insanely lazy. I just can't get myself to. There's a time I was running. I did it for like 2 weeks every morning. It felt good, but the thing is with like such things, it's easy to start, but hard to. It's very hard to maintain such a. It's that's the hard part. Starting anything is easy. The hard part is like showing up every day. So I'm thinking maybe I want to change my approach. Maybe I'd want to, because I used to run like every morning. Maybe I could start slow. Maybe 3 times a week. Maybe that's to kind of like ease my body into it again, because I want to be healthy. I just want to run. I feel like I'm not using my body enough, you know? Yeah, I think I want to do something. Even walks. Walks are nice. You ever just go for a walk for no reason? Just go for a walk in like a forest or something. It's so nice. And then just go for a walk, get lost in your own thoughts, and just talk about, just take a walk, have fun. Yeah, but I think I'll end this here. It's been this is a long one, and I just hope everything works out. Just hope things work out for you too, yeah. But what can we do? You've asked yourself that question, like, what can I really do about life? Because there's some things which will affect you, but they are like completely out of your control. So should I worry? What do I do? How do I act in the face of such adversity? What is there to be done? And the answer is there's nothing to be done. Just sit back and enjoy life. There really is nothing else. There's nothing else to do. Because that's why we're looking for money, so we can just enjoy this thing. You just want to work so you can get money, and when you have money, you can enjoy yourself. That's why we do everything. Just have fun. There's nothing to this life. I don't think there is. There's nothing to it. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing. Oh yeah, look at me. There's nothing to worry about. I'm telling you this, and I am consumed. Worry kills me every day, and I'm here telling you not to worry. Ah, I wish I practiced what I preach. But it's something I think I know deep down, that there's nothing to really worry about. Everything's gonna be fine. Just do what you do. Just do what you feel like doing. Just don't harm people. But there's nothing to worry about. We're all gonna die. And I guess that's it's the most it's the best thing you can tell someone, like, to just keep them to stop worrying, to make them stop worrying. Like, they're gonna die, so who cares? Just have fun. Go out in a blaze of glory. All right, this episode didn't even have one joke. Shit. Okay, jokes I'll do some jokes next time. But yeah. Goodbye, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.